Now in its second generation, the Mercedes Benz B-Class is looking better than ever, and it's certainly a car that I've been looking forward to drive for quite a few weeks. And you know, when it comes to doing these car reviews, we spend quite a bit of time before we actually take delivery of the vehicle researching all the information there possibly is to know about the car. And in some cases, particularly in this case, Mercedes-Benz have been kind enough to create an app that you can download, and it tells you all the facts that you'd possibly ever need to know about the car. So if you are in the market for a B-Class, I would certainly recommend getting onto the iTunes store and downloading the B-Class app, even if you're just after a good app, to be honest, because it is quite entertaining. On the B-Class, we've got this rather impressive piece of safety equipment that's available called Collision Prevent Assist, which is basically some clever bits of radar in the bumper that senses if the driver and the car is due to be in a collision. And it'll basically pop up on the dashboard with a little red warning symbol, which, when the driver applies the brakes, adaptive braking will help the driver avoid or reduce the consequences of an accident. With the assistance of our very useful app, we're going to move on to our very aggressive looking front headlamps, which, when the LED day running lights are on, do create a rather mean looking B-Class. So these are intelligent lights which adapt to the road conditions that you're on, and with the assistance of our app, I'm going to run through the different types of lighting situations that this intelligent system can cope with. So it's got a few different modes, first of which is our country mode, second of which is our motorway mode, we've got a fog mode, we've got a cornering mode, and the one that may raise a little bit of a question is an active mode. And basically what that means is it will go a little bit brighter when you need it to, but very, very useful and very, very stylish. Looking at the B-Class, there is no denying that it is an MPV with a boxy shape and sloping nose. However, Mercedes-Benz design tweaks are clearly visible with strong contours down its flanks and, of course, a distinctive grille design. The entry-level spec of the B-Class is really impressive, as it offers steering wheel mounted controls, USB connectivity, 16-inch alloy wheels, a radio CD player and a range of safety functions. Standard kit like this is great for a family car, as it helps keep the cost down, as you don't have to clamber up the trim levels to get a decent spec. But what I really love is this little rotating dial that controls the media functions on the instrument display. Reminds me of BMW's easy to use iDrive system. The interior of the B-Class is everything that you'd want and expect from a Mercedes-Benz. You can see for yourself the quality of the plastics and the materials used. It really does create quite a premium feel. Now, the final part of the app that I'm going to talk you through before I put this away is what's called the driving assistance, and it's 4 features on the vehicle that really do assist in your day-to-day driving. Now, the first point is the attention assist, and that's basically the way in which the car monitors your driving, and if the car thinks that you're becoming a little bit drowsy, it will let you know about it. The second is blind spot assist, a really interesting feature that can be quite useful, especially for city driving. It's these little amber triangles that appear in the wing mirrors, just alerting you to any blind spots that may be caused. Now we've got the lane keeping assist, which again is pretty much lane departure. It will alert you to vehicles either side of you when you may be looking to change lane that could cause a collision. And the final thing is Distronic Plus, which is basically cruise control that will keep you at a certain distance from the vehicle in front. So 4 very interesting features that do give you a lot of confidence in this vehicle. That is a very safe place to be, and a car that you would quite like your family to be transported in day to day. So very, very, very good indeed. So I'm going to put this iPad away. That is me done for that today. Moving on to practicality, because the vehicle is essentially an MPV, so it does need to be quite practical. Now, there are plenty adjustments in the steering and the seating, which are all accessible from either underneath the steering wheel or with these classic Mercedes buttons on the door sill, so you shouldn't have any issues in finding comfort in the vehicle. There's plenty of binnacles around the cabin, a very fair sized glove box with a second shelf, and quite considerably large side bins. So let's have a little look at what it's like in the back. Competition is quite tight in this particular segment, so cars do have to provide all the relevant practicality, and the B-Class certainly does. Now, I've got the front driver's seat as far back as it will go because I am quite tall, and I think it's only fair to give this car a true test. So if I was driving, this is exactly how much space my unfortunate passengers would have in the back, but I'm quite comfortable. I've got relative legroom and plenty headroom, and the one thing that really impresses me about the B-Class is the quality of the materials used, and that just transferred to the back. These seats are very comfortable and all the doors are lined with quality materials. Now, can't go without mentioning this centre armrest, which has got two very cool cup holders, and for the long journeys with the kids, we've got a 12 volts adapter so we can play our portable DVD with ease. And that's only enhanced by looking out at the sky through these two very large sunroofs. So let's have a little look at the boot. Echoing the rear passenger space, the boot is very spacious. Even with the seats up, the B-Class offers nearly 500 litres of space. The boot also features a handy stowaway compartment and plenty of rings around the outside to secure your cargo. The seats can be folded down to open up even more storage space. If you're after an economical engine, then 109 brake horsepower 1.8 litre diesel is the best option, as it emits just 114 grams per kilometre and returns a massive 64 miles per gallon. If you're after an engine with a bit more kick, then you can go for the 154 brake horsepower 1.6 litre petrol, and that comes available with both manual and automatic gearboxes. For a car that is quite bulky on the outside, the B-Class offers surprisingly light and responsive steering, as well as an absorbent suspension. This is great for suburban and city roads, but out in the country it seems to lack a little bit of substance. When it comes to functioning as a family vehicle, then you won't have any problem with a Mercedes B-Class, as practicality and comfort is of abundance. Engine availability is also impressive. With its 1.8 litre diesel, you're looking at free road tax for its first year, and then just £30 per year thereafter. In terms of price, the Mercedes B-Class is around £4,000 more expensive than the Ford C-Max at £21,665. But with that bump up in price, you definitely feel the difference, as the B-Class does manage to carry the premium feel across extremely well. We give the Mercedes B-Class 4 out of the 5 available Motor Talk stars. A great improvement on the outgoing model and quite a desirable car.